Okay, this is Matsu Higa no Sai. First of all, when you begin this kata, you want to stand way far back. Essentially, the kata starts from one point, goes up a lot, and then starts to come back a lot. So you do want to start this kata toward the back of the floor or a room or space wherever you're at. We're going to go over some details. We're going to count it out for you right now, and then we'll go from there. As far as basic etiquette goes when you're holding your sai, we explained a little bit last time in the video with Taikyoko Shoda no sai, making sure that your hook is not being pulled and stabbing into you when you have your hikite. Make sure it's vertical and to the side so that way you don't stab yourself versus like this. When you're stabbing, the hook is sideways because for the opposite effect, so here I don't have my hook sideways because I don't want to get stabbed, right? But here, I do have my hook sideways so that I can make sure that the opponent gets stabbed, right? Because if I'm right here, there's a chance that I can miss. If I'm right here, I at least have 1, 2, or 3 chances to get the opponent, right? As explained before, you have your reverse grip as shown. So when it comes to a thrust, this is the grip that you would have. When you have your natural grip, your index finger is going to be across the hooking, the hooks right here, like the handle part, right? And then the thumb is going to be at the base of the shaft, like so, right? You also have almost like a reverse grip where you're holding on to the shaft. Now this is appropriate because the shaft is not meant to be a blade. Never was, never will be, ever, ever, ever. So anybody that says, oh, this is supposed to be a blade and it's acting like a spear, that's not true in regards to this particular weapon, this sai. Sai typically were used, honestly, all throughout lots of different parts of Asia. More particularly if it was used in Okinawa, it was typically used by policemen, which is why it's a steel or chrome weapon, and it's really, really expensive, right? Farmers would not be using these. So anybody that tells you a farmer uses this to poke holes in the ground to plant seeds, that's a made-up story that unfortunately keeps getting passed along and should stop getting passed along. Okay, this is another grip that will hold in the kata as well. You do want to make sure that you always have a little bit of some weapon from the hanging at the bottom of the hand, so that way you have control of the weapon. If I hold all the way at the bottom, I might not have as much control here as I do here, right? Okay. So we're going to go over a couple of different motions, and then we'll go from there.